Welcome to SR Pharma again. Today we are going to discuss on the introduction, classification and chemistry of local anesthetics. So this is our first lecture on the local anesthetics. Coming to the local anesthetics, now before we go to the local anesthetics, what is anesthesia? Now anesthesia is a reversible condition of comfort and quiescence for the patient within the physiological limit before, during and after performance of the procedure. So if we are talking about the anesthesia, so it is nothing but a state of controlled temporary loss or the reversible loss of sensation or awareness, consciousness. So it is a state of control, temporary loss of sensation or awareness which is induced for a medical purpose. So in case of the medical purpose only we are inducing the anesthesia. Now these anesthetics or those agent it is producing the anesthesia, that is we are calling as a anesthetics. Now this anesthetic, if we are talking about the anesthetics mainly two type. One is the local anesthetics and another is the general anesthetic. Local anesthetics and the general anesthetics. So first we will discuss about the local anesthetics. Now afferent nerve, it will bring the signal from the peripheral side, skin, etc. They will bringing the signal to the CNS. So this is the CNS. So they are bringing the impulse to the CNS, and from the CNS signal it is going into the peripheral side, muscle and other way through the efferent nerve or motor nerve, Now whenever we are talking about the local anesthetics, it is the reversible blockade of nerve. Reversible, so this is important, reversible blockade of nerve leading to loss of sensation of pain. So here important is loss of sensation of pain, that means pain sensation. So what the local anesthetics are doing, they will block the nerve so that pain sensation it will not reach to the central nervous system. So it will block the here, if it is blocked here, so pain sensation it will not reach the central nervous system. So local anesthetics are the drugs which upon application, it may be on the skin, as a eye drop, spray, etc. Application, that means it is nothing but the local application or injection, local injection. So these are the drugs which upon the topical application or injection cause the reversible loss of sensory perception. Reversible loss, clear? It will cause the reversible loss. This is important, reversible reversible loss of sensation, in a particular area, not in the whole body, in a particular area or the restricted area where it was applied, where the local anesthetic applied, there only it will cause the reversible loss of sensation. So this is the local anesthetic. Now if we are talking about the what is the difference between a local anesthetic and the general anesthetics. Now general anesthetics are the drugs which cause reversible, again this is also important, reversible loss of consciousness. It is reversible loss of the consciousness. So general anesthetics, it is reversibly alter consciousness and produce analgesia, as it is altering the consciousness, it will cause the loss of consciousness, that thereby it will produce the analgesia. So general anesthetics are the drug produce reversible loss of all the sensation and the consciousness. So that is about the general anesthetics. Now if we are talking about the what is the major differences in between the local anesthetics and the general anesthetics. Now local anesthetics, it is act on the peripheral side, peripheral side, local anesthetics, while general anesthetics, it is act on the CNS, central nervous system. General anesthetics, it will act on the CNS. Action of the general anesthetics, it will be on the whole body, it will be on the whole body because they are acting on the central nervous system. But in case of the local anesthetics, that will be into the restricted area where it was applied. So in case of the local anesthetic, there is a no loss of consciousness, it will be unaltered, but in case of the general anesthesia, there is a reversible loss of consciousness, so that is also important. Now during the general anesthetics, we have to take care, for the vital function like respiration, heart rate. For the local anesthetics, mostly it is not required, for the local anesthetics. Local anesthetics, it is mainly used for the minor surgeries, though nowadays in different major orthopedic surgery also local anesthetic is used, but majorly it is used for the minor surgery, while general anesthetic is not preferred for the minor surgery. It is used only in case of the major surgery, in case of the major surgery. So these are the major difference between the local anesthetics and general anesthetics. Now coming to this, whenever we are talking about the local anesthetics, now local anesthetics, they suppress the action potential, of excitable tissue. How they are suppressing the action potential? They will block voltage gated sodium channel, but again it is the reversible blockade. Now block the transmission of the pain impulses, so they will block the transmission of pain impulses and thereby inhibit the action potential in nociceptive fibers. Now whenever we are talking about the term, because here we have used one term, that is the nociception. Now nociception is the neutral process, of encoding and processing noxious stimuli, of noxious stimuli. Now a nociceptor, whenever we are talking about the nociceptor or pain receptor, it is also known as a pain receptor. So it is nothing but a nociceptor or pain receptor. Pain receptor is a sensory neuron. It is a sensory neuron that responds to potentially noxious stimuli. Whenever there will be a noxious stimuli, this pain receptor or nociceptor, it will you can say that stimulate. Clear? It will be stimulating. It is a sensory neurons. There is the different type of sensory pain receptors are there, like these are the some of the A delta, mechano, sensitive nociceptor, then a delta mechanothermal nociceptor, and also the polymodal nociceptor. So these are the some major nociceptors are there. In this figure we have shown the different category of the sensory neurons and their receptor cell, different type of the sensory neurons and the their receptor cell. Here you can find that in this case there is a free nerve ending in this category. In this type of receptor there is a free nerve ending. Here you can find that encapsulated nerve ending. Here the encapsulated nerve ending, this is the sensory cell. Here you can find the sensory cell, and this is the peripheral process. In this peripheral process, and here you can find that this is the completely central process, because here the central nervous systems are there. And here for these three type, that is the sensory ganglion, it is present. Clear? Sensory ganglion, it is present. So these are the different type or the category of pain receptors are there. But the term, whenever we are talking about the nociception and pain, this is should not be thought as a synonymous term. So nociception and pain should not be used synonymously. This is also important. Nociception and pain should not used synonymously, because each can occur without the other. So each can occur, of course, sometimes you can say that it may occur the same time, but it can also occur without the other. And the pain arising from the activation of nociceptor, if the pain is arising from the activation of the nociceptor, it is called as a nociceptive pain. So if you can say that pain, if we are talking as a pain arising from the nociceptor, then it will be termed as a nociceptive pain. So this is also important. Next we are going to discuss about the classification of local anesthetics. Now local anesthetics can be classified based on their application or based on their chemical structure. So first we will see about the based on their application. Local anesthetics can be categorized into two classes, that is the injectable and the surface. So injectable anesthetics and the surface anesthetics. Now these injectable anesthetics, clear? Injectable anesthetics, again it can be subclassified into three categories. Short acting, that means low potency, low duration, short duration, low potency. These are the low potency and short duration. These are the drugs are the procaine, chlorprocaine type of the drug. Next is intermediate acting. Intermediate acting means intermediate potency. Here the intermediate potency. It is the lignocaine, prilocaine. Next is long acting. Long acting means here we can say that high potency and long duration, this kind of drug. So these are the tetracaine, bupivacaine type of the drug under the high potency, long duration. So all these drugs are the injectable drugs, clear? Injectable local anesthetics. Whereas surface local anesthetics are the lignocaine, cocaine, tetrakine, benzocaine are the surface anesthetics. Now you can find that like lignocaine, or also known as the lidocaine, tetrakine, these are the drugs are also available as a injectable one, So this is the based on their application, they are classified into injectable and surface. Now coming to the based on their chemical nature, chemistry, based on their chemical nature, that means structure, they are classified into the ester and amide. Now what is mean by that? In the local anesthetics, there is a aromatic ring, there is a amino group, and in between there is a linkage. Now this linkage can be a ester type or it can be a amide type. So based on the either the local this linkage in the local anesthetic, whether it is a ester type or amide type, they are further classified into the ester and amide type of the local anesthetics. Now ester category are the long acting or the long action, that is the tetrakine, already we have seen here. Next is short action, prochyne, short action, we have seen here. And surface action, benzocaine, cocaine, we have also seen here, benzocaine, cocaine. So this is the ester category of drug. So that means their linkage is ester type. Whereas in case of the amide type, their linkage is amide type. They are further classified into the long acting, that means bupivacaine type of the drug, already we have seen here, bupivacaine. And medium action, lidocaine, it is nothing but the lignocaine. So they can be classified based on their structure also, they are classified into the different categories. So this is the classification of local anesthetics. So coming to the chemistry of local anesthetics, if we see about the structure of different local anesthetic, we will find that there is a lipophilic aromatic ring. In the all the local anesthetic contain a lipophilic aromatic ring, a tertiary amine, is a tertiary amine, and these two parts, that means lipophilic aromatic ring and tertiary amine, it is linked by a intermediate chain. And this intermediate chain, it may be a ester type linkage or it may be a amide type linkage. That means hydrophilic secondary or the tertiary amine, mainly this is the tertiary amine. So hydrophilic tertiary amine, amino group which is hydrophilic in nature, it is present in one side of the structure of local anesthetics. In another side there is the aromatic ring which is lipophilic in nature, and these two residue, it is connected or joined by a alkyl chain. Through an ester or amide linkage. So this is the ester linkage and this is the amide linkage. So this intermediate chain, through which aromatic ring and the amino group is linked together, it may be a ester linkage or it may be a aromatic linkage. Now based on this linkage, their activity as well as their properties also differs. Now already we have seen about the ester type of drugs. Ester type of local anesthetics are the cocaine, prochyne, chlorprochyne, tetrakine, etc. And amide type of drugs, local anesthetic, are the bupivacaine, lidocaine, prilocaine, those type of the drug. Generally, those who are the clinically useful local anesthetics are weak base in nature. It is a weak base with amphiphilic property. So these are the drugs, those who are the clinically useful local anesthetics. They are the weak base with amphiphilic property. But if you see about the structure of these drugs, their structure is almost the similar, except the intermediate chains. For some drug it is the ester linkage, and for some drug it is the amide linkage. So as we have seen about this drug, it may be the ester type of the drug like cocaine, benzocaine, or amide type of the drug like lidocaine, bupivacaine. Now based on this linkage, based on the nature of this linkage, their properties also differs. Because this aromatic portion is fixed, this amino group is fixed for all the drug, but only difference in the linkage. So based on the linkage, their property also differs, which we are going to discuss now. So you can note down these properties and how the linkage is responsible for the difference in the properties. So coming one by one, metabolism. First one is the metabolism. So for the ester type of the local anesthetic, metabolism is rapid. Clear? Metabolism is rapid. Metabolism mainly takes place into the liver by cytochrome P40 enzyme. Where in case of the amide type of local anesthetic, it is slow and it is occurs into the plasma by plasma cholinesterase enzyme. Their metabolism takes place. Next is systemic toxicity. Now for the systemic toxicity, for ester type it is very likely. For amide type it is the more likely. Now generally, in case of this systemic toxicity, other than this systemic toxicity, allergic, if we are talking about the allergic reaction also, for ester type it is possible via PABA, para-aminobenzoic acid, PABA derivative, through the PABA derivative formation. Through the PABA derivative formation, allergic reaction is possible, but for the amide, again it is the rare. Next is onset of action. If we are talking about the onset of action, amide type of local anesthetics, onset of action is generally slow. But for amide type of the local anesthetic, it is moderate to fast. For the amide type of local anesthetic, it is the moderate to fast. Similarly, if we are considering the duration of action, the shorter duration of action for the ester type of the local anesthetic. So shorter duration of action. Where in case of the amide type, it is the longer duration of action. For the amide type. Next is pKa. Higher than the pH 7.4, higher than the pH 7.4, it is the 8.5 to 8.9. But in case of the amide type, it is close to pH 7.4, that is 7.6 to 8.1. That 8.1. Next, coming to the stability. If we are talking about the stability, now this is again it is important, because for the ester type of the local anesthetic, if we are talking about the ester type of local anesthetic, unstable in solution and degrade. It is a unstable in solution and degrade. Generally, breakdowns in ampoules. This type of the drug breakdown in ampoules because of the heat, sunlight, etc. But in case of the amide type, it is the stable in solution. Actually, it is very stable chemically. And examples already we have discussed. These are the amide type is the cocaine, benzocaine, and amide type this is the lidocaine and bupivacaine. So this is about the chemistry of local anesthetic. So in this first video we have discussed about the general introduction, classification of the drugs and the chemistry of local anesthetics. These are the some references. Hope this video will be useful for you. In next video we are going to discuss on the mechanism of local anesthetics. If you have any doubt, any question, write us in the comment section. Thank you for your support. If you feel this video is informative and useful, you can share and join us for more update on different classes on pharmacology and pharmaceutical chemistry. Thank you once again.